Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and today we have Charles West. Hi.
Hi.
So the first time I met you was last year at the World Massage Festival then?
In Berea, yes.
And you were teaching a class then, weren't you?
No, I was just taking.
Oh, you were, okay. Yeah. But you actually teach continuing education classes. And,
yes,
yep.
I'm a Touch for Health instructor and
okay.
teach also the K-Power series of workshops, kinesiology also, and teach an acupressure for stress class and chair massage.
What is Touch for Health? I mean, some people know about it, but not a lot do.
It's one of the kinesiology offshoots from applied kinesiology. Chiropractors do applied kinesiology and muscle testing to get feedback from the body, immediate feedback. Now, applied kinesiology is only taught to doctors, and they can do diagnosing and treatment and that sort of thing.
Okay.
One of the original people who was involved in that, Dr. John Thea of California, a chiropractor, took some of the basic stuff out and with the intention of teaching lay people, but mostly massage therapists take the classes, and it's basics for balancing the meridians, balancing the body's energy without diagnosing or treating anything. But if you're balanced, you're better able to deal with the stresses that come at you.
Okay, and he died a few years ago, was it?
He died 3 years ago, 2006, I think.
Yeah, I think it was. Okay.
And Dr. Goodhart, who originated applied kinesiology, died last year, I think.
Okay.
So they're both gone now.
Yep. So you teach some of those classes then, and
yes.
Do you teach it mostly to massage therapists or chiropractors, or what's your main?
Mostly massage therapists.
Okay.
It's open to anyone, so lay people can take Touch for Health in sequence, okay. And but it's available for CE credit through NCBTMD for massage therapists, for nurses, and now for acupuncturists.
Okay.
And so all of those can take it. Those three in particular can get credit.
Does it have anything to do with meridians at all then too?
Yes.
Or? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
This branch or the whole field of kinesiology, which is sometimes called energy kinesiology, okay. Is kind of has 1 foot in Western physiology and 1 foot in Chinese physiology. Using a mixture of either Western, like Chapman's neurolymphatic reflexes, or Bennett's neurovascular reflexes, or some just manual techniques to strengthen the muscle and affect the meridian, or using acupressure holding points, or other techniques to affect the meridian directly.
And do people usually use this before they do the massage treatment, or like the chiropractic treatment and stuff, or do they incorporate it into the treatment?
Both. I have occasionally have somebody who will come in and let me do a balance on them, or do some of the work on them standing up, clothes on, of course, okay. Before the massage, and then they'll get on the table. Others aren't so interested in that; they just want to come and lay down and get worked on. So I will incorporate things as we go. For example, if I notice that a particular muscle is weak and out of balance, I might early on, before they're too relaxed, check, let's say, like gluteus medius, both sides, and once we do the techniques to strengthen that particular muscle, especially if I've noticed them walk in with a gait or not lifting the foot up, swinging the hips and that sort of thing, and incorporate those things in to strengthen that muscle, recheck it. Once people get too relaxed, I don't do that kind of interactive work with them. Okay, if they're in a relaxation, leave me alone. Just work. Shut up. Leave me alone. And but I'll bring all of those techniques in anywhere during the sessions that I think they're useful, and an appropriate spot.
And do you have to explain to the client some what you're actually doing? Because I mean, the average person might just
sometimes. Yeah. So some want to know, some don't care. Just do it, make me feel better. But it might be something unusual. For example, the neurolymphatic reflexes for a muscle might be, beside the L5 on the back, and the front point on a couple of muscles, it's on the pubic bone. So I'll have them rub their pubic bone, okay. While I rub the points on the back, that kind of thing. So I have to explain to you, this is neurolymphatic, it affects the lymphatic function of particular muscles, okay. And things like that. Or if I just hold Bennett's neurovascular reflexes on the head, there I am doing nothing. What are you doing? So these are, that I explain in these.
And is that the main style that you teach for continuing ed then, or?
Well, I'm a certified instructor for the Touch for Health series of workshops, which is 4 2-day workshops, and there's an introductory workshop called Top 10 Pain Releasers, a 1-day workshop, and which a lot of people take, and it's an introduction to kinesiology and a couple other things thrown in, and then applied kinesiology, as I mentioned, is taught for doctors. Touch for Health was aimed at lay people, even though a lot of massage therapists take it. And in between, though, there's a big ground to cover, which has been filled by Dr. Bruce Dew out of New Zealand and his wife Joan. He's an MD, she's an educator, and they developed the Professional Kinesiology Practitioner Program, which had been taught here in the U.S. by Arlene Green over at the US Kinesiology Training Institute in Chapel Hill. That's now shifted to a college in New York, so it's a more formal program. But I went through that while she was teaching it, and but that fills the gap of a lot of techniques drawn from short of diagnosing and treating that can be used to balance muscles, balance stress, balance reactive patterns. Sometimes, and this happened to me which got me into this, I fell off a ladder and injured my feet. So I had this pattern where it affected my walking. Okay. And once that reactive pattern where a muscle activates and another muscle just goes weak routinely, you can clear that up. And so once that was cleared up on me, then I was really hooked into kinesiology at that point. And so those are kind of some of the things that it's used for.
And were you a massage therapist before that then? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So I've been doing massage since '94. Initially, my interest was in doing just chair massage. It's hard to make a living doing just chair massage. So I had to do other stuff, but I've gotten more into it and doing some medical and other work. Seriously interested in acupressure and did a 200-hour intensive at the Acupressure Institute in Berkeley back in 2006. And so that's a big part of what I do. One way or the other, I'm working on balancing the meridians, the channels.
Okay. And how did you get into massage then? What kind of was that light bulb?
It's when after I had my injury and I was hobbling around.
Okay. Did you do the touch for health first and then massage, or the massage first?
Massage first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I had a chiropractic assistant that I knew offered to work on my feet and ankles. Okay. And my curiosity turned to serious interest at that point. Okay. And then I started training for massage, and then did that chair massage and some other massage for a while. And then I'd had Dr. Thies's book on the shelf and just couldn't quite get it off the page. And then I took Arlene's Top 10 Family Relationships class in 2002, and just within 6 months I was an instructor.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then been going on from there. So.
And is there a lot of people teaching it?
No, we've got a few dozen instructors in the country. There's I'm not sure, quite a few more instructors around the world teaching Touch for Health in different countries and variations of that. It's been the source for a lot of specialized kinesiologies, building on applied kinesiology, like roots. Touch for Health is a trunk, and then people have said, well, what about this particular area or that? Such as a lot of people may have heard of brain gym. It's part of educational kinesiology. Okay. Paul and Gail Dennison took Touch for Health and were interested in learning disabilities and problems. They took it there and developed Brain Gym and the educational kinesiology approach. John McGuire was interested in athletic performance, and he's been doing that for years, and has worked with like Tony Robbins and his Tony Robbins University and things like that.
Yeah, because I remember quite a few years ago, Brain Gym was the biggest thing and stuff like that. And
right.
Do you still hear about it then? Or
yes, it's still going on, still out there, and there's dozens of branches. Massage, martial arts, and kinesiology are all similar in that you have these people who have these really interesting and worthwhile areas. Somebody takes a class from, learns from 2 or 3 of them, and then they create their own little specialty, and all these branches grow up.
Just like there's over 300 different styles of massage.
Exactly. Yes. There's several dozen branches to the kinesiology tree, and martial arts, of course, has hundreds or thousands. I don't know.
And do you mostly teach classes around like North Carolina area, or where do you mostly?
I live in Knoxville, and most of them I teach in my office. I have my massage room is 11 by 20 or so.
Okay.
So I can teach small classes there, which I like. But I've gone to schools in Cleveland, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, and been to Atlanta and taught there. And I'm interested in teaching other places as well. Okay.
And how do people get a hold of you? What's the easiest way for people to get a hold of you?
My website is MassageWorksTennessee.com, MassageWorksTN.com.
Okay.
And that's you can get my email there, my phone number. Email me, call me, schedules listed there, of course.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
information about the classes and about the different things that I do, my hands-on stuff, but also little more information about specific classes and the class schedule coming up.
I'd really like to see a lot more massage therapists get into that, though, too, with Touch for Health and everything, because especially in schools, I mean, it's really never taught and stuff. And
a little bit of biomechanical kinesiology,
and
but not much into the other. I've done some little bit of teaching, but not a lot, and I'd like to get more into it.
Yep.
So,
keep that going, man.
Of course, when we start, our focus when we start is muscles, right? You know, so it takes a little while before you think, whoa, yeah, there's also ligaments, there's also meridians, there's also this other stuff. You know, so even just learning Western massage to start with, there's a lot of material there to get a handle on.
Yeah, definitely.
So get your hand on literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yes. So there's you know, once you've got that though, and you're getting comfortable with that though, then you have a bigger perspective, and you can look back and see, well then yes, the meridians, acupressure, or kinesiology, or all these other different things which are interesting.
You just think the clients would just be shocked if you're testing them out and stuff, and I'm going to work on this area, and it's what?
Well, some are saying, well, you know, why are you doing that? And I try to explain that, well, you've got this pain here, but it's really coming from up here. So, you know, and I'll almost always touch the pain. You know, let them know, I heard you. This is where you're hurting. But this muscle up here is pulling on that, and we, you know, like TFL or the, you know, whatever, you know. So explain that we really want to find the source of the problem, not just work on the symptom.
Yep, exactly. So, so again, your website is
MassageWorksTN.com.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yay.
Yeah, I'd love to see Touch for Health out with more and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. I was surprised. I've got an ad in the program, but then I looked and looked through it, and Norma Harnack, who's one of the instructors, she's one of the 5 people in the country who teach us who are just instructors.
Okay. She
and an instructor have an ad in there also, which I was surprised at. I was trying to get them to the association to do a booth here. I was like, I'll be there, I'll help work it, you know. But the Touch for Health annual convention is the week before. We were at Furman University last weekend.
So you do something every year?
Yeah, it was an annual conference.
Okay, awesome.
So we were there last weekend. It's a little close, so and there just wasn't enough people to take that on too. And I didn't volunteer to lead. You took the lead on it. I said I'd help.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, hopefully we'll get enough interest to get actually a booth at World Massage Festival at some point.
Okay.
You know, and maybe even the American Massage Conference or something else. AMC is too expensive, but this one could work, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Just bring it around, man. We need it.
It's fine. And do a demo and whatever. And there are a lot of practitioners, instructors in North Carolina because of Arlene over at Chapel Hill, and so that'd be easier to get folks here. Didn't work out this time. We'll see about next.
Yep, definitely. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for doing this.
Yep, thank you.